Aloha, I'm Jamie Bartlett, and welcome to the Vodcast.
Welcome to the Vodcast. My name is Jason von Berg, sitting here on the set of Rhythm City with... Oh.
No way. That's
We just dropped our lunch, so we'll be back after the break. Welcome back after the break. Well, from the break, we've got the evil guy, Rhythm City, David Genaro, aka Jamie Bartlett, right here on the Vodcast. How are you today?
Tremendous, thanks, Jason. Really nice to be here.
Off camera, we were talking about how Jamie doesn't really know this whole online space. So we're educating him here. So what do you need to know?
Okay, well, I wanted to tell the audience that I don't have a computer. I've never turned one on. I don't know how to work it. I don't have Facebook. And I've only very recently learned how to store numbers in my phone.
Well, we're making progress, which is really good. So now the next step in this education process is switching on the computer and watching the Vodcast this Friday. Okay. Jamie, tell me a little bit more about the character. I mean, you've been playing him for a long time now. He's the evil guy on TV. What's it like for you?
Evil guys are always easy to play because you're always presenting something and there's something else going on in the background. So there's always a sleight of hand. I present that, I parry that. The audience knows that I have another intention. I'm seeking something else. Or they know what I am seeking, and how I go about it is the way that I'm going to play it, either with guile or with a frenetic kind of fury, or with charm, or with sex, or whatever it is. So it's easy to play that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I've been trying to think about this because playing a bad guy is always really difficult in my opinion, but if you say it's easy, then maybe one day you can give me some lessons and, I'll be the bad guy who takes over from you when the mafia takes you out.
But Jay, just to know that to play the leading man, that's a goody two-shoes, that's complicit with the world around him, is difficult. It's bloody difficult, eh? I was never good looking enough to be one of the good looking sort of leading men because I always looked kind of obscure. I always used to look about 30 when I was about 18 or something in drama school. But I just imagine that. So I think I was forced into playing the bad men or the older men at drama school, and that's how then when I became a professional in the theatre, I always played older men with dark, dank, kind of recessive intention.
You've got some really interesting storylines coming up in the next few months. Can you give us a few things to look forward to?
Jay, I can't.
A little one.
No, I can't. It's very, very naughty if I were to tell you what was going to happen. Other than to say that David must, for the sake of our wonderful people out there, the Oak has to come up against something that is equal and opposite in its combatancy to his evil intention. So he's going to be well met with the story, and he is going to have to shudder and fall, and he's going to find himself lying in his own urine, that's for sure. The audience wants to see that, and I think the story needs to go there. It will.
Okay, but what other projects are you working on? I mean, do you have any films that you're working on when you're not so busy here?
On the weekend, I went to go and work on an HIV/AIDS movie that's very specific to a certain section of Namibian culture, and these people really need help. The actors, they're stunning, but they don't have we moaning about our forums and platforms. Those actors don't have. And it was just such a great pleasure to go in there and to check them out. We do a lot of work like that.
Okay.
A lot of teaching work that takes me around and allows me to disseminate the little bit of talent that I have.
Well, I mean, you've been in the industry for so long. I mean, and it's been a very illustrious career for you. I mean, you've played different roles from, Mike O'Reilly to now this one, and it's nice for you to, how do you keep it interesting?
Do you know what? I actually think that I'm so stupid that I am the kind of guy that can keep doing the same thing with passion.
Okay.
I think you've got to have a certain, there's only a few brain cells left in me. Do you know what I mean? So I just keep going out there and doing it. I'm really excited about it, and I hit the ruck hard. It's only because I'm so turned on by my job.
Okay, cool. Well, I think we've covered it all.
Have we? No more.
We have.
Are there any personal questions you want to ask me? Like, am I
I
dressing
know you've
left
got a
or dressing
girlfriend.
right?
I know you've got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I know you've got a son. I know you went to Namibia last weekend. I know you
You know, I've
played
been
the evil
expelled from
guy.
a few schools.
No, I didn't know that.
You know that I've got a couple of 200 rand notes in my back sky, as right now. You know that
But I also know that you're playing a nasty guy in
Yeah.
a really popular soapie, so I'm not going to take you on.
Jay, it's been a real pleasure
It's
to
been
be
awesome.
here.
Thank you. I
chat
hope
to
you enjoy the rest of your
The
lunch.
food, just call me pan the camera down to the food on the floor.
This is lunch.
That's lunch, and I'm going to have to get the art department. I'm really going to have to buy them special things to do. They're going to be so peed off with me. That was my lunch right there.
And that was because the Vodcast came to visit. You'll always remember that.
I will. It actually sounds quite sexy. I'm going to watch it.
Okay, perfect. When you switch the computer on.
Thanks, Jay.
Thank you.